A $43 million Medicaid program is experiencing some changes, and advocates for people living with disabilities are concerned.
Augusta McDonald brings us the latest in our series Cuts and Consequences.
The Big Sky Waiver is a Medicaid program intended to keep older people or those with disabilities living in the community and out of a nursing home or assisted living facility if they don't want to be there. Waiver recipients are telling me now that applications for equipment and services are being denied for things they didn't used to, things that threaten their ability to live in the community. This is a civil rights issue. I'm trying to figure out what's changed and why. Let's take a look.
So you can say, I have dyskinetic cerebral palsy.
I have dyskinetic cerebral palsy.
It's really just a little difficulty with coordinating muscle tone and the actions that you want to perform. Otherwise, you're just like any other kid, right? Yeah.
Keith uses adaptive devices to help him with everyday tasks and to encourage his independence, as well as get him out to have fun with other kids his age. This is his tricycle that was funded by a Big Sky Waiver a couple of years ago. Jenny says it's important for his health now and his future.
It's fantastic to see Heath out there biking with the other kids or using his adaptive feeding robot that we had to fight for this year. It just provides him with not only a community experience and a social experience, but through this kind of adaptive technology, he understands I can do things for myself. And I want him to grow up with the attitude that he can do things for himself, given the proper support, and that he doesn't need to wait for other people to do things for him.
Recreational devices like this tricycle for kids with disabilities were cut from the contract this year, even though they provide community integration, which is still in the Big Sky Waiver contract. These changes to the way people are experiencing the waiver being administered now, as well as formal changes to the contract, are causing concern.
What we're seeing here in Montana with the pressure of the revenue cuts are cuts especially to personal assistance services in a waiver budget that could bring a person with a severe disability into a situation where there isn't enough home care, and therefore they're placed in an institution that they don't want to be living in. And that's obviously a human rights issue. That's a constitutional issue.
Losses to community integration aren't just impacting people living with disabilities.
Community integration matters, and it doesn't only matter for Heath, it matters for his peers. That they grow up around people with disability, that disability is normalized.
I'll continue looking into what's going on with these waiver denials and why the state is funding institutions but cutting community-based care, and how people with disabilities are making a day-to-day in spite of these changes. In Missoula, Augusta McDonald, MTN News.